Hi. Hi, everyone. Hold on. Oh. Hi. Hi. I'm sorry, it's so confusing. Yes, I tried to set everything up. I took the computer from my parents. As anyone who tried to follow and see the attempt yesterday to do a live stream, which failed because my computer failed on me. But yeah, today we had such amazing news and so much good stuff, and there's so much to talk about. And I want to actually talk about the album, but we have the nomination. I was like, no, I have to make this live stream work because we have to talk about it. Um, if you see me looking down, it's because my computer is like down here. Um, and and yeah, there's just so much. Um, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Yes, they should have gotten more. They should have be nominated for album of the year, music video of the year, everything of the year. But it's a foot in the door, and hopefully next year they'll get even more. Maybe, God forbid, something in Korean. But yeah, today's a day of celebration. A bit before we start, I just want to remind everyone, if you can, if you're not watching this on premium, please cancel your ad block and refresh the page, because all the revenue from this will go towards the comeback. So please. Also, I know the video quality and the sound quality on this channel has been bad. It's been bad. So I am planning to re-record some stuff and do some stuff, and I just put a lot of money into this, and I bought a new camera and I bought a new mic, which will be here probably in about 2 weeks. So hopefully things will improve and we can start getting this channel off the ground and actually have something good here. So that's super exciting. And also, before we really get to talk and gush and get all excited about the Grammy nominations, there's also the added. Oh, good. Paula is here. Paula, you're my moderator. Okay, please watch the chat because I can barely read it because the computer is so low. um, so yeah, I just got a job. I'm starting next week, which is super exciting. I actually have a meeting with them tomorrow, kind of like to start everything up. And I know you don't really want to hear about me, but I'm waiting for more people to come in before we actually talk about like the Grammy and the album and all that. So because I'm seeing more people coming all the time, so I want to see how many. So I'll talk for a little bit about other stuff. I'm sorry if that upsets you. Um, and yeah, so I just got a new job. I'm starting next week. I hope with the new job I'll be able to do this channel more consistently, because I'll have like a specific day that I upload, a specific day where I do live streams, and that way we all know when everything is, so it's easier for everyone. I also want to finish, by the time I start the new job, I want to finish getting this channel, like all the videos up to date and all the descriptions and everything set up the way it should be, because this was all done so rushly, so quickly, that I didn't get a chance to do that. I was like, upload as many videos as possible so we can make as much money as we can for the comeback. But in reality, it caused a bit of chaos, and like it's not really ordered. So I really want to set everything right. Hi from Carmen from Argentina. Hi. Um, so yeah, so for those who don't know, because my job is like, I'm so excited for it, so I have to talk about it for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna be, well, they called it a senior chemist, but basically, I'm gonna work at a startup company that does tests. That like it does a device that using a breathalyzer test is able to assess whether you have and diagnose whether you have different kinds of cancer and diseases and COVID and stuff like that. So it's a device that's just using a breathalyzer test, just checking your breath. No needles, no nothing, very cheap, affordable test that can be done anywhere. You'll be able to test for such severe diseases, have early diagnostics, and save lives basically. So I'll be part of the development process, and I'll be the one actually making the device, making sure it works, making sure it's cheap enough that it can be used everywhere. And I'm so excited for this. It's such an amazing, both an opportunity and company, and yeah, so it's gonna be awesome. It is about an hour commute each direction, a bit more, so it will be exhausting. But who cares, right? So yeah, so that was that. And now that we got the important stuff out, we have about 50 people watching right now, so that's pretty good. I'm hoping getting ads because I keep pressing occasionally for you guys to get ads, so I hope that comes through. Well, let's talk about the Grammys. I want to see if there's anyone in the Zoom that wants to talk. There's no one yet. Sorry, there's no one yet. So hopefully, people will want to join and talk, uh, and that way we can chat a bit about and see what you guys think and all that. How exciting is this? They finally have a nomination. I'm so thrilled. First, they just presented an award, then they were a little bit on the stage performing, and now they have they're nominated, they're Grammy nominated artists. They get to they for sure will have a stage. They're for sure. There's no way the Grammy will pass on giving them a stage to perform. It's just there's no way. They know they're the biggest draw. That's why they keep inviting them even when they're not nominated. They know they bring the viewership. So there's no way they won't have a stage. And a stage at the Grammys with their song while nominated, that's incredible. It's gonna be amazing. And I thank you all so much. You're all so sweet. I hope that they bring it on. Like I want MMA level or mama level performance there. I don't want them to half-ass anything. Like not that they ever do, but we know like there's just them performing and then there's them performing. And I want them to go all out. I want it to be epic. I want every artist to know that they're the ones that half-assing it. That there are people out there that are doing everything bigger, better, and more amazing. I want to see the Grammy Academy, the Recording Academy, to see that BTS deserves an award and that they deserve it every year. They deserve it next year as well, and that they better bring them back. That's what I want. And I hope Yoongi gets better soon because he needs to be there. There is no way that he's not there performing with them. It would be the most devastating thing ever. So like take it his time for the next month, make sure everything, do his physical therapy, and hopefully he'll be able to recover in time. It's also, it makes you wonder how the performance is going to be, if they're going to do it from Korea or there's actually going to be a Grammys celebrate. Probably not. Like seeing how things in the US are right now, it probably, and it's going to get worse with all the holidays. You know, people are traveling for the holidays, so things are going to get worse. I wouldn't be surprised if instead of doing a Grammys, it's going to be like the rest of the award shows where people pre-record their performances. So hopefully BTS will really show them what a performance is supposed to look like. um, so yeah, I'm so excited for this. They deserve it, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. We have so many performances coming up. There's gonna be next week. We have the Mama, right? It's the 5th of December, if I'm not mistaken, and there will be the MMA and so much epic stuff coming our way. It's just so exciting. Um, yeah. So I want to see. I'm sorry. I know I disappeared for a second. Again, no one's in the chat. That makes me sad. No one's in the Zoom talk. Maybe I can post the Zoom here. You think? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I posted the Zoom link in the chat if anyone wants to talk, and you can, about your thoughts about the Grammy nominations, about the album. We haven't done an album yet. Um, Yay, there's someone in the waiting room. Let's see. Hold on. Hi.
Hi,
Hold
can you hear
on.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, so I usually
Hi.
I'm Sharmeen.
Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you. Wait, you have to
Let
mute
me just put,
your computer.
yeah,
Your YouTube, the
yeah,
YouTube, you have to mute.
yeah, I just put that off.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, like face to face. I usually don't do this, but I'm so emotional right now and I'm so hyped up. It's really late here. I'm supposed to be asleep, but I can't sleep at all. I just I mean, I know like I've not been in army for very long. I became an army like last year in May, was it? I mean, I forgot first got introduced to them in April.
Yeah,
I
like
officially sort of, yeah, around Boy with Love, and like the SNL, like, the sort of hype got me in.
yeah.
And like it's just yeah, it's just been incredible. But like a lot of people are like, I know that a lot of people wanted, I mean, I wanted it too, that a lot of people wanted Map of the Soul to, Seven to be nominated, and the fact that it's an English single, and it sort of shows how
Yeah.
sort of xenophobic and sort of racist the Grammys are. Absolutely, that sort of is front and center. But like Dynamite, I think is just it's a song that means so much to so many people, especially for me. Sorry, forgive me. But like, I just wanted to share like my, like my experience with when Dynamite, released. The day that Dynamite was supposed to release was the day that both my parents got diagnosed with COVID.
Oh,
And it was actually the night before they'd gotten diagnosed. The night before, I was really hyped for like the comeback and everything, but I had found out that both of them got diagnosed, and both of them are like close to 70. So I was just like,
oh,
I was absolutely petrified and also helpless, because just the doctor clearly said they're like, there's nothing you can do apart from just making sure that they eat well, and that their fever is down. So literally here I was like completely like, with a lack of loss of absolute control over, my life. And there's nothing I could do. They were in their room, I was in mine, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And here was, Dynamite, this sort of infectious, bright, happy single, just and all, armies around the world celebrating it, just dancing to it, sharing, those TikToks and reactions. And it kept me sane. I think in many ways it just, it saved my life, and it just means so much that they got this, and BTS will, get their, Korean, single nomination and win someday. But I think the Dynamite itself has so much significance for, everything that we've been through like this year, armies around the world. I think it just sort of signifies celebration of life, and resilience. And just yeah, that's just what I wanted to share. Just
thank you
thank you
so
for
much.
hearing me rant.
Thank you so much for sharing that. How are your parents now?
Oh, they've recovered. Thankfully, it wasn't like a very like we were really lucky. The universe has been kind that it was not too bad a case for them, and they just had they escaped with just mild symptoms, and they're better now. So
That's
yeah.
good. I agree with you. Like the thing is about pop songs and songs like Dynamite that we usually tend to ignore just how powerful they are. Like DNA, like people would say, "Oh, her," like they much more concentrate on songs from Tear or Answer rather than her. And the thing is that you can't just dismiss pop because you need it. You need that brightness. You need that positive music that helps you push forward. It's not just about wallowing in your pain or concentrating on the dark stuff. You have to have that bright, um, like effervescent, happy music in your life. Like you said, it keeps you motivated, it pushes you forward, it gives you energy when you don't have it. It allows you to dance in your room when you don't have anything else.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was doing, right? Like in between checking temperatures and pulses, I was just like, dancing, making private TikToks that I will never see the light of day, of course. Uh, and that's just, yeah, that's just how I passed that time. I'm sure, like, thousands of, armies around the world did exactly that, right? And it's so right? You need that brightness. As BTS has also constantly been saying, you need, like, with the shadows, those are very important, of course, being friends with them, understanding them. But the brightness, it's so important as well, right? Because
Yeah,
the yin and yang, the balance is really important. And I think we've needed that brightness more than anything, in this past year. So yeah, it's really grateful for BTS, really grateful for Dynamite, and really grateful, just a shout out, like I'm going to just use this to shout out to the armies, right? I think they're just such an incredible, like, just group or whatever you call, like 30 million people. But I think they're just incredibly inspiring. I think it's just amazing how everyone just comes together to celebrate this amazing, group of people, like in these 7 Korean men who have just, changed our lives in so many ways. I've learned so much from armies, right? Like from you, of course, from, from all that you do. Armies who, like, are into like so many different disciplines, armies who, decipher lyrics, psychoanalyze the themes in the albums. I'm just hugely appreciative of this entire community of people. I think they're just absolutely incredible. I think they deserve a Grammy or whatever. They're goats.
yeah, I fully agree with you. And I think like to talk for a second back about Dynamite, like the thing is that they decided to add it to the album, even though it was a single that came out before. And Dynamite and Life Goes On have almost the exact same message, right? They concentrate about what happened this year and how hard it was. But where Life Goes On talks about how this year has been compared to what was, and like I remember and reminiscing about what we can't do, how we can't meet, how we're alone in our room. You have a song, sorry, that's Life Goes On. You have a song like Dynamite, which instead looks forward to, I can't wait to meet you again. I can't wait to be in front of you. I will be there in the future. We will meet again in the future. And you need that ability to look forward to stuff and see what comes, what will come. And I think it does deserve, like, I know it's in English, I know, but it was such a powerful song, even though it's pop, even though it might seem frivolous. It's not. It's a powerful song, and I'm glad it's nominated, and I'm glad that they are nominated. I do hope that in the future they will be nominated with Korean songs. I do think Map of the Soul 7 should have been nominated. It's an incredible
Right.
album,
Yeah.
but I'm still really happy that they have that nomination now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about the album?
I mean, around B, I think it's gorgeous, right? It's just a beautiful, beautiful album. Like I love, of course, everything that BTS puts out, but I just feel like in many ways it's like sort of a cultural moment. I feel like, I think, in anyone who sort of looks back at music that was released in this year, I think like B is truly an album that really showcases the emotional sort of yeah, I mean, the emotional paradox that a lot of us are like sort of feeling, right? We will oscillate between, like, like being really, frustrated and angry, to sort of, sort of making, sort of just saying, okay, this is our life, okay, what do we do with it, trying to make the best of it, and it sort of shows, right, in the progress of the album as well. So you have like, okay, life goes on, this is, okay, we're remembering our past, so we could meet people, we could go out, we could do all of this stuff. Then you have things like, where you had, that time where, everyone was in Zoom meetings, and in Zoom calls with their friends. It was just like every day there were like 10 different Zoom calls and you didn't speak to your friends, every day. Even when you met, you could meet them as much as you were, talking to them, like, during like the first, the initial stages of lockdown. Then you had like Fly to My Room, where, sort of your room became your refuge, and, you were baking, and you were like, you were trying to grow plants. And, I tried to take care of, like, I found myself taking care of an orchard. uh, a very, very bad decision. It died like within like a week. Yeah. So, and then of course there's Blue and Gray, where, really those, those really dark moments where you felt like nothing is ever, it's never going to end, right? And this is life now, and it's never going to get better. And then suddenly you had Skit, where you're like,
I love.
okay, so yeah, so there's this real, this heaviness, but there are like moments of triumph, right? Those, big moments, those small moments, those things that, get you over, like,
Mhm.
try to get you past, like, the really dark times. I think my one of my favorite tracks is actually Disease, also because it's just a beautifully sort of composed, produced song, and, the bridge is just amazing. But also, like,
Yeah.
I am absolutely in love with the messaging, right? It's like what you call millennial angst. I'm sure you understand it, right? This need to be productive, this need to do things, this need to constantly be growing, right? And while, there's like, I give my example. I'm driven by this need to, be driven by passion, by meaning, some, everything should have some sort of purpose. I am driven by it, it's important to me, but I'm also exhausted by it, right? Sometimes I just feel like I could just let things be, right, and enjoy things for the sake of it. And I think Disease really captures that really well in a really fun sort of like package. And
Yeah.
of course Faye is just gorgeous. I love the the meaning the behind it. And then I love, like, it's just a real dancey. I can't wait, to hear them perform it on stage, if they ever do one day, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And yeah, and then there's of course Dynamite. Yeah, so I mean, I love the, I think it's just a beautiful, cohesive, wonderful album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely adore this album. I think it's something very different from every BTS album we got so far. And I think it's just this, instead of being epic, it's something a lot more small and like really your deepest thoughts. And because of that, it's something epic. It's
Yeah.
being like this grand thing with one song after the other that like gets you hyped, or that is an anthem, or that has like this complicated concept. Instead, it's something very small. It's you in your room, and with it, it's something so unique that it's one of a kind and epic.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. um I mean, I've just there was like a review that I had read. I can't remember what newspaper it was, where it said they didn't take risks, and I just couldn't like disagree more, because I mean, not taking risks would mean just, doing like just replicating Dynamite, which it's a lovely song, but they could have just easily taken a formula that they know works, and
Yeah,
they could have just made an album out of that, right?
yeah.
But they didn't, and I think that itself is a risk, right? So I mean, when I hear things like that, it sort of annoys me.
The
But
entire album is risky. Like, it's
yeah,
not. rehashing the same stuff or taking something that's, trending now and doing it. No, it's something completely different. There's nothing like it out there, and that's risky.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like putting your thoughts out there, that itself is making yourself vulnerable,
Yeah.
that is risky. Yeah.
You know, you said before that you joined the fandom in May last year, and you talked about the SNL performance. And that performance is something like it's offline now. They took it off, I think, SNL. But when it was, after watching the first time, I couldn't watch it again because in the background, one of the background singers is none other.
Oh God, yes.
And I would see her and I would get so angry. And I'm so happy she's nowhere near this album. She's nowhere near Dynamite. She's not on it. There's no
Yeah.
mountains anywhere.
But did you see, like, apparently, so I don't know, like, I don't want to sort of give her more sort of bandwidth in my brain than necessary. But, but like, yeah, apparently she was part of the Dua Lipa album, and like, what she posted was like, it was so narcissistic, it was so entitled, like, I mean, have some graciousness, have some, okay, yeah, absolutely, no one's telling you to, to not, like, sort of, be, show off that you've been part of a Grammy nominated that, but there's a graciousness that should be there, right?
Yeah.
Um,
She doesn't know what the meaning
yeah,
of that word is.
means, yeah, yeah, it's probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that whole like fiasco, God, yeah, I think everyone was sort of holding their breath when when the album credits were coming out.
Like, I want to see her. I don't want to hear her. She shouldn't be anywhere near this.
Yeah, I don't think she will. Yeah, I think they definitely know. I think that they saw, like, someone in Big Hit saw, and they made sure that one can only hope. Yeah.
Well, it was lovely talking to you. And
Thank
I'm
you so
so
much.
glad you joined and to hear your story. It's really touching.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for
Thank you.
sharing.
Thank you for hearing my rambling.
No, no, you didn't ramble at all.
Thank you. See you. Bye bye.
Bye. Um, oh, there's so many people. Let's see. Okay, let's talk to Sakshi.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I just paused your video in live stream and an ad came out and an ad came out. I was like, oh, okay. How are you, Amir?
I'm great. How are you? I finally get to hear your voice.
I'm fine. My heart is still beating so fast. I'm so happy. My brother and I, we were just, when the nominations are coming out, I literally pushed him off the bed, like, what is happening? And it was amazing.
Epic.
It's epic.
It's like BTS paved the way, right?
He just paved the way.
Incredible. Hold on for a second. Paula, thank you so much. I'm seeing you deleted and did some stuff, and thank you. Thank you for keeping eye on the chat because I can barely read it. It's this tiny. So thank you. Yeah, Sakshi, hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy.
I'm just geeking out. I was dancing in my room. Like, my parents are sleeping. It's almost 2 a.m. here. And I'm like, I just can't sleep. I was supposed to sleep today. It's amazing. Especially after the video came out, boys, Junie throwing off his phone. Oh, God. This is amazing.
Yeah, they deserve it. Did you see, like, Kay didn't move. I think
That was the highlight, I would say. And then Tay's next reaction was, and V was like, "Oh, Grammy nominated BTS is Kim Taeyong." It was amazing. Like, it was so adorable.
yeah.
Just waiting for Yoongi's reaction. He's probably up right now, and oh,
Yeah. Yoongi wants, Yoongi gets.
what Yoongi wants, Yoongi gets, exactly.
Yeah. I love that when they talked about the Grammy before, they would say like, we just want to be nominated so we can perform
Right.
the Grammys.
Right.
Well, now they get to perform. Hopefully they'll win.
Now we wait. And actually, it's my birthday on the 31st of January, on the
Really?
day of the Grammys. So I'm just fingers crossed.
You're getting a birthday present either way.
Hopefully, either way, exactly. Either way.
That's awesome.
It is.
It's like thinking about the time difference. So I think it means like technically it's like
It would be 1st February. That is my dad's birthday. So it doesn't matter. It's a celebration for 2 days.
yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
Army is going to be wilding.
It's going to be wilding. Oh,
I can't wait. Like,
how have you been? Exactly, my cheeks are like hurting.
I can't. It's in pain. I haven't been able to take the smile off my face this entire time. My dad watched me go.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you smiling about?" I'm like, BTS are nominated for a Grammy. And he said, weren't they already nominated? I said, no, that's a recording package. It doesn't count. It's not the same. I let him listen to B, to some of the songs from B, not everything yet. And when he heard Stay, he said, oh, this is a really good song. It's going to play a lot on radio, right? And I'm like, no one on radio is going to hear it. They didn't play Life Goes On.
Like, okay, for Life Goes, oh my god, armies are so funny. I think Brian put out this post that Dynamite got 6 spins. Let's make it 7. Come on, yay, radio hit. And it came out to be 61. We're like, no, 7. No, Army, see it carefully. 6 + 1, 7. We got this. It's amazing. We were clowning the radio. It was so amazing. Like, we find moments even in these, like, this is not something we expect, but like, just fuck it. Sorry for the language. Just fuck it. Let it be.
Yeah.
We're having a moment.
Yeah. I think today one of a more veteran army started ranting about all.
Oh my god, I saw your tweet like an hour ago and I was like, this is amazing.
I chose not to retweet it myself because
I
think it's not really something I would do or completely agree with, but I so feel for their frustration.
Right.
That and also it's like a good thing for baby army to see all the things that veteran army had to deal with because we don't talk about it. New army don't really know what happened. Like some of the things like from XLS videos and stuff like that, but you don't really get into the details. You don't know that Tamar went apeshit and did articles about a petition with 8 signatures. You don't know that Jeff Benjamin did stuff or that like all
ridiculous, to be honest.
All these things that army had to put up with and deal with and we don't talk about because we're like, okay, we moved on, we're larger than this, we can rise above all of that and yeah, we rant about it for a day, but then we don't mention it again.
Right.
And I feel for
I actually got into Fandom in like almost mid of last year, and I joined her in October. And I think this year you started your podcast. Yeah, so I got into that. I was like, this is going to be a great experience. I got the information, like what happened, like 16, 18, like all kinds of shit that went down. I got it from your video, so I'm really thankful for that. It educated me well. Because there are times when you see a lot of stuff on Twitter and you're like, oh, I need to retaliate, this is getting too much. But it's always best to just block, report, and move on. Like, there are going to be naysayers all the time. Like, look at Twitter right now. People are pissed.
Really? They are? I haven't seen. Like, I was just in such a high.
Like, there are some screenshots. I'm like, let them be. Like, let them cry, stay pressed. Like, you can't change the history BTS and ARMY are making together. You just can't change it. You are having a hard time accepting it, and you are just not able to come in terms with it. You will, maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're just gonna have to deal with it. It's like that they you say they like shit on BTS and say all this bad stuff, and then you call them like one word and they're immediately broken, offended.
It's stupid. It's best to block and move on. Like I used to think that I just can't take this. I have to say something, but almost spending a year on Twitter, I was like, no, it's best to just avoid this.
Yeah,
Focus on your mental health. Prioritize that. Just don't get any kind those
yeah,
kind of shit. So, yeah.
yeah. I completely agree. I was like, actually, when Life Goes On came out, and I'm so grateful for the army that pointed this out to me because we always like sometimes don't feel like rising above. Anyway, so I posted like because I got in my YouTube recommendation after one of the times I watched Life Goes On. I had the Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber song that came out the same day come up, and also why did YouTube recommend it? I don't listen to any of it, to either of them, but not that there's anything wrong with listening to them. I personally don't. So I don't know why YouTube decided to recommend it, but they did, and they had like 3 million views. So I took a screenshot of it and then and posted it, and then and I didn't tag anyone. It was just it was like amusing, but someone said please delete, and I was like, yeah, they're right. I should. So I immediately deleted it because there's no need. Like we should concentrate on us, and we're thrilled.
We got this.
We got this. Yeah, it's just I really can't take the smile off my face. I'm so happy that they get that right. They don't need the record, but
yeah, it's just like I don't know how am I gonna sleep. I have a class today. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm still geeking out, especially after the videos. Like like there were 7 categories and they got nominated in one. Like we were still mad. Like MOT 7 deserve better. What is again xenophobia and everything? Grammys, they just can't get over with it. But when the videos came out and the guys were so happy, and that's exactly what matters the most to us. That's exactly what's most important. So that was everything.
yeah, seeing them jump from that couch, what them
Yeah,
nations getting
from different angles.
yeah, you just know that that clip is gonna appear in so many like videos, and Exos better put it in her from nobody's like 2020.
It's amazing. It's just 2 of us laughing like
The 2 of us laughing and 97 people watching, and I'm just positive have like huge grins also in the room. Yeah. What did you think about the album?
The album, he's a gem. I really don't know how to put it into words. It's all the armies were talking about that it's something that we need in this moment in time. It's pack your tissue boxes, have them saved. But they always give us something beyond our expectations. It's raw, it's brilliant, it's lyrical, musical, artistic genius, in my opinion, period. Like from Live Goes On to Dynamite. Like people were like, oh, how are they going to put Dynamite? If they do, Dynamite fit, I don't know how to explain it. It's perfect. It fits so perfectly. And how Junie explained the analogy, it was so beautiful. Like the fireworks at the end of the concert.
Yeah,
Dynamite is just like that.
it's exactly that. It's the fireworks at the end of the concert.
It's a journey. I have cried every single time listening to Blue and Gray because I relate to it like so much. It's Blue and Gray.
Blue and Gray. Blue and Gray, there's something so like I know it's Tay's song, like that he wrote for his mixtape, and there's something so incredibly Tay about it, but also so not, because it is his like melodic thoughts coming through, and it is his vibe, and it's so him musically, but lyrically it's so frail and broken, and I've never seen Tay like that. So to think that this is his song about a burnout that he felt, and to hear them all being so vulnerable in that song, and when Jean sings that I just want to be happy, and it breaks my heart every time.
Breaking point. Like it seriously is the breaking point, and especially, at the end of that verse it says like, "I just want to be happy." Is it too much of a greed? The translation says like, it's just. I don't know how to explain it into words because I relate to it so much. I deal with anxiety, and listening to it's like, I when you go through these things, you always feel like you need someone to hold on to,
Yeah.
and BTS are there to lend your hand, to lend their shoulder, and we just lean on it. It's gonna be okay, and it's the utmost truth that you want to hear in that moment. It's not those "it's going to be okay, cheer up, it's just a phase of life."
Yeah, no.
That doesn't make your life any better. It just. And there's also one line when Jin says, at the end of the second verse, when the vocal line is hanging back and forth, that when I'll smile again in the distant future, I'll let you know. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. I'll probably cry talking about it, so let's not talk about it more.
Okay, and changing, I was talking to my mom. I tweeted about it yesterday. I was going to do a live stream yesterday to talk about the album, and my computer died on me. Like basically everything that I need to make a podcast work isn't working. My camera is barely functioning. My mic is non-existent. I'm using the computer's mic, which is crap. My computer stopped working, so I took my parents' laptop, and even my phone is just not doing it anymore. Like it's not working. So it's all bad. So I couldn't do it yesterday. I had all my makeup done and everything set up, and I just couldn't do it, and nothing worked. And so I went downstairs, and my mom had a friend over, and that friend wants to start doing like podcasts, and like she interviews people. She helps people heal through movement. So she takes people, and through movement she helps them heal their mind and their body. And she interviews people about different methods of healing through movement, and whether it's like stuff that's known like Tai Chi and stuff like that, or something that's a bit lesser known. So she asked me about podcasts and how to do on YouTube, and then she asked me what is mine about. And I always start small. I'm like, oh, it's a Korean band, and their music. And she said, oh, what are they like? And she said, my mom once showed her the Blood, Sweat, and Tears video. Um, so so I was like, I knew she already watched like a little bit. And I said, yeah, it's a band. And she said, okay, you seem really like you know about them. So who are they? Like, why are you invested? And when someone asks that, you can't help but answer. So I went on a full like 20-minute explanation of where they started, how they got there, what happened, stuff along the way. Yeah, like a whole one, like a brief. And I talked about Spring Day and how it was revolutionary, important moment in their history, and why it affected people so much and how powerful it was. And then I showed and she was like, and I said, in the music video, you have all those things. So she said, can I see the music video? So I let her watch. And then I stopped it like through, every time there's like a reference or something, and something that you know only if you've seen all the theory videos on it and stuff. So I explained to her, and actually yesterday was the day that we finally got, for the first time, BTS saying that Spring Day has something to do with the Seoul Ferry tragedy. So I felt a bit more safe saying those things, because until yesterday we had no confirmation of it.
It was only fan theories and everything.
Yeah.
It gave me goosebumps, honestly, because it's like, even for Spring Day is very important to me. It made me an army actually, and it's kind of a sort of story, but I don't know if I should go there. But Spring Day is very special. Like, I think it's one of your tweets as well. Armies are always one booger shubda away to start tearing or something like that. It's so true. I remember when they did Dear Class of 2020. It was like 3-4 a.m. here in the morning, and my
Favorite.
brother and my brother is also in army. Like, we are 6 years apart, but I think BTS is a common ground, so we have gotten a lot closer because of them. And we were awake, we were just waiting for the speeches, and we knew that they're going to perform maybe 2-3 songs. We didn't knew they're going to perform Spring Day, and it was so heart wrenching. Like, I was just, like, crying mess. Like, what?
Yeah, it's my favorite version of that song. The way they performed it, there,
Definitely.
no dancing, just them sitting, and their
Hmm.
vocal just shined there, and you felt the emotion. You felt that song. It's an incredible song.
And even if a live goes on, we were speculating maybe AMAs, they're having a comeback stage sort of on the AMAs, so they're going to have any kind of choreography. There wasn't,
There
and I
was,
think the simplicity of live goes on is so beautiful. It's it's just perfect. Like, it's so hard for me to put it into words how beautiful life goes on is.
yeah.
The music video, from like everything, the lyrics. How was the experience watching the video for the first time though?
The watching what? The
Music video, life goes on.
music video? Oh, the music video. Yeah, obviously every BTS video, the first time it comes out, you
Yeah,
want to immediately go back and watch it again, or
right,
every second, because you want to
right.
like concentrate. But obviously, I didn't. I
No,
know how to stream responsibly.
exactly.
We have like 24 hours to stream it as many times as we want, so
Hmm.
as we can. So I didn't. But that music video, that first time, I always play it for the first time without the lyrics, so I can concentrate on the video itself.
Oh
And
yeah,
them, there was no need to read anything.
correct.
You
Like,
felt,
that's the thing. It's the voices, the way they sing those lines. You don't need to understand the language in the first place. When people say, "Oh, you don't understand the language," and all those kinds of things, you actually don't have to really understand it in the first place. It's, of course, the lyrics are a very integral part of BTS's discography, and and but when you hear the emotions they're trying to pour into the song, it's very natural. You can't deny you don't feel it if
yeah,
you do. So yeah, and that's exactly how I do it. Like, have just concentrating on the video first, and then maybe the second time after watching 2-3 videos in between, waiting, then turning on the subtitles and then watching. Oh,
no. I think I'm so proud of them for not adding choreo in the
oh yes.
Maze
Hmm.
performance, because it's their safe place to have choreo. They are able to make it more impactful, or like it would seem more impactful, and to showcase just how talented they are, how good they can dance, how amazing they perform. It really allows them to showcase just how amazing performers they are, and doing it without the choreo, just letting their vocals shine, just sitting there and showing how charismatic they are without the choreo, and how they can handle a stage and deliver a song without it and be just as impactful and just as powerful. I'm so uh, proud of them that they didn't feel like they have to do it just to appease the American audience. They said, no, this is us, this is what we want to do for this song, and this is how we're going to do it. And yeah, and I'm really happy that that's what they chose to
Me
do.
too.
It felt
Like,
like it was the
I
right.
was so stoked because seeing there's no choreo and they're just Namjoon coming on the stage, taking the mic, and then standing in the center, and they start singing. It was magical. Like,
Yeah,
I don't have any other word to describe. It was pure magic, and it was like raw, not in the sense of the production wise, but it itself. B is so raw and, again, magical. It's just lyrical genius. You read the lyrics, disease. Oh,
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 I
it's
love
wonderful.
the vibe of disease. It's so good.
Disease.
It's infectious. It's
It's infectious, absolutely. Even telepathy and stay, and the whole album is it's a journey. It's, I think I don't know if it was a YouTube video or something. They were talking about the polarity that the album has, and it's so true. The first three songs of the album, you feel like, oh wow, like this is exactly what we've been going through, like in this pandemic, especially. And after you have this amazing skit, again, it's me geeking out. Like yes, yes, flex it as much as you can. Yes, go for it. And then you have telepathy, and then disease and stay, and then dynamite. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a whole journey. I get above my bed, I dance like anything. It's amazing. It's purely amazing.
Yeah.
I keep on saying amazing because I don't have words.
We don't have any vocabulary here. It's amazing. Just take it.
My vocabulary has gone into the trash bin at this moment because I'm laughing. My cheeks are still hurting. I still have no sleep in my eyes. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's like you have, like you said, it's two parts. Like it's this album is a lot like Mono in that
yes,
it's a playlist. It comes from deep within them, and
correct.
and like the whole like it really reminds me of Mono. Even the message, like the life goes on, everything goes there.
Correct.
Like it's there, and like Mono, it really, because it's such a journey that you take, the way you start it is not the same way you finish it, and you have that clear cut skit in the middle that breaks it for you and just brings a smile right back to your face after Blue and Gray.
It gives you time to just come in the moment again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this happened.
Don't wallow.
Like you come back to your senses. This really happened this year, and you go on to telepathy, which is just Jungi asking us, I hope you have been well. I'm just floating in the air. We miss you. And there's going to be a time, again, we're going to come together and we're going to have fun. It's amazing. And then Disease. Hobie is such a genius. I don't know how to describe this. Like, I read the lyrics for the first time and I just couldn't comprehend, like, what the hell he has written. This is absolutely freaking gorgeous. What is this?
It's so weird. And Stay, like Jump, really brought it to Stay. Like obviously with Namjoon and Jin, like lyrics that it was supposed to be a song on his mixtape, and the fact that that Tae and Jin pushed for it to be on B and said it, no, it's really good, we should have it here and it fits here. And Stay just takes me back to like early 2000s when I used to go to clubs.
Well, I was born in the early 2000s, so but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, we used to go club, and it's exactly that, but it like already feels like a dance remix, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And you just want,
and Dynamite at the end, just light it up like dynamite. Let's be hopeful and positive and everything.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's going to stay with us for a very long time. I think forever. Of course, forever. It's Jungi also said they did it. B is something that's gonna stay with us for a very long time. I think he said it in one, I don't know, in the interviews or something, maybe articles. I don't remember the exact words, the recent ones, but he said that it's some. I think in his V Live, he did a V Live recently. Yeah. So I think it's from there, and it's so true. B is amazing. B, I don't know what to say about it. It's so precious.
Because it's like Spring Day. It doesn't.
Oh yes.
Grand thing. It's something that touches you. It's something that you can always relate to. You can always go back to and have that emotion and feel and remember. Oh, that happened. That I remember that time that I felt that I was alone in this bubble and the whole world was alone in tiny bubbles, and always reminisce about it and think about it and remember that feeling that you have here and now. And this album, even if it doesn't win awards, even if we never see it live, even if it doesn't get the appreciation that it needs, it will touch so many people, and it will be remembered, if not now, then in the future, as something that was one of a kind, that was a risk to take, that you don't see a lot of. You don't see a lot of albums like this, you do see albums that are playlists that are storytelling or that take you on a journey, but they're usually a lot more noisy in the sense that they're like a whole overload of emotions. They really tell a story, so it's loud and it's like rock anthems, and it's um I don't want to say epic again. Like I say it far too many times this live stream, but it's usually something really really big, and here it's the opposite. You have something really small and personal instead, and you don't really see that often.
I think that's something about BTS. Like every time I hear to the music, it's like it's a part of you. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
feels like I think that's the reason they're part of my story. They are talking about things that I never thought anyone would talk about, or touching the nerves of whatever has happened in my life and talking about it, be it my anxiety or just this feeling of loss that I've had, and talking about it and talking in a way that touches you and you feel so warm and comforted, and it feels like a warm hug actually.
Yeah.
it's
It,
it's beautiful.
I I often think like if my life is a movie, like
Mm.
to think like back when I wasn't as confident as I am now, or as like I would never be able to do this podcast. I've been avoiding social media most of my life. I wasn't self-assured. I wasn't happy with myself or where I was. And I found myself thinking, okay, if my life is a movie, then am I the main character or not? And so I changed it. I made myself the main character of my movie. Obviously not of my movie, but of my life. But to add to that, the soundtrack music of my life. If my life is a movie, then there's a soundtrack to it. And for the last few years, BTS have been that soundtrack, and their music have gone and taken me through everything that my life has been through. And this year, especially with B, I really feel like it's the soundtrack of this year, of just how weird this year has been, with all its ups and downs, and yes, more downs than ups. But yeah, I feel like B really encapsulates this year. It's the soundtrack of this year. It couldn't be made in any other year than 2020.
I couldn't have said it better. It's absolutely everything. It's just precious and so close to our hearts. B is going to stay with us forever because especially during COVID and everything, I think the only thing that kept me going was BTS this year. Like very honestly, I don't have any memory of my own after February because the lockdown happened in India. I'm from India, by the way, and the only thing I remember from March till November is going on. It's only about BTS, the
Yeah.
comebacks, like all the different stages they had. It's only about them or whatever I had in my personal life. It just life has become so static and complicated at the same time. And BTS are there to hold your hand. It's like it's good. Like let's go through this together.
Yeah.
It's very important. And as you said, from the past few years, I've been army for almost over a year, of course, but uh, I feel like a changed person. I definitely do because um, I used to be very confident. I used to think I'm a very unconventional person, but back in my mind, it was very conventional. I thought like, oh, I have to please these people around me. I have to be this perfect girl, good girl that who obeys and everything. But I always try to suffocate myself, and I have stopped doing it this year particularly, and I'm so happy I did. And people around me think that I've changed, but maybe not suffocating myself. I've changed. Yes, I changed for good. So I'm kind of proud of myself, and yeah, thanks to BTS. It means so much.
So much.
It's so hard to put it into words. I always feel like I'll never be able to thank them enough
Yeah.
because it's not just one aspect of life that they help you with. It's your daily life. They're part of you every day. of your everyday life. It's not just, oh, comeback is coming, let's focus on, no, it's every day.
Every
Every single day. So
yeah.
it's amazing.
My mom asked me yesterday, like after our friend left and stuff, and she said, "Say I didn't post it. I wrote this tweet and I deleted it because I was worried people would actually write stuff and I didn't want to do that." She said, "Say one bad thing about them, like one thing that they are not, that's bad about them." And I drew a blank. Like I got nothing. I have nothing bad to say about them. Like obviously they have faults, right? We all have. We're human. But something bad about, I get nothing. So so I just changed. I was like quiet, and then I changed the topic hoping that she would forget, because I honestly have nothing. So I was gonna tweet it yesterday, but then I deleted it because I was worried someone would actually write something, and like I don't feel like going on block me.
Answer when you have one.
Yeah.
We don't.
Like
It's
nothing.
like it's absolutely brilliant, honestly. Like my mom, I've tried to make her an army for some time now. I don't know what happened in the recent times. She has been keeping up with the news. And my brother and I were just talking about JK, like he was, I think, a few weeks back, and my mom was like talking, came up and said, "Aren't you talking about Jimin right now?" And I'm like, "Mom, no, like we will." Well, yeah, but why? I was like, just go, just go. And then recently, I think last week, I don't know, I was just setting up the dining table. My mom was like, Yungi, Yungi, Yungi. And I was like, Mom, what's happening to you? Why are you saying Yungi, Yungi all the time? I just confronted her, and she was like, she dead ass said, "You're not the only one who has the rights to say their names, right?" And I'm like, yo, like, what has got into you? It was like, okay, maybe an army in making. She's
Yeah.
been keeping up with the news and been into them for some time. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. That's amazing. Hopefully, crossing fingers. Yeah. Like I, I really hope. Like my mom, she's like slowly. She's aware because well, I can stop it, right? So she knows what's going on, and my dad knows very well what's going on. But I don't know how much they're actually into it. And then like when my mom's friend was here yesterday, my mom's like, and they are such amazing dancers. They perform so well. And I'm like, oh, why? Where's this energy when I talk about it?
Okay, this is actually true in my mom's case as well. Oh, they dance so well. I'm like, when I'm talking about it, where are you then? I
Yeah.
don't get these kind of compliments. And recently, I don't know what I was watching, maybe one of the random episodes. Yeah, Korean guys are really cute though. Like, finally, you noticed. Thank you.
It's like I think my dad's favorite BTS video is actually not a BTS video. It's the Black Swan art film. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
masterpiece.
It really is. And I love like there's a story behind it about how when they originally like the dancing company did their dance, the big hit guys were saying, no, you didn't push the envelope far enough. Go farther. Like do exactly what you actually want to do. Don't try to tame it down for the pop loving crowd. No, like go all out. So they did, and it's such a brilliant video with such incredible dancers, and it's really, and the orchestra version of the song is just stunning.
It takes you to a different world. It just transports to a different world. It's amazing. I keep on saying amazing. My lack of vocabulary is just too much here. Well,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal, stunning. Yeah. And also, it was the orchestra version, and Map the Soul one, Jimin performed. He
Yeah.
did a solo.
I'm
It was
so
so beautiful.
I'm so glad he did it, and I'm so glad we
Oh
get
yes.
and
Like Jimin doesn't need rhythm. He is the rhythm himself. He doesn't need like the way he dances, you can't teach that. I'm a dancer as well. You can't teach that. He is so gifted. Like, God bless him. He's so gifted. The way he dances, and also MMA 2019 at Solo Stage. I Need You.
I sent it to my cousin. My cousin is a dancer, and she
Mm.
a few 2 weeks before it was the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself final. So I was watching it at home, and my cousin was over, and she was like, "Oh, it's just a boy band. It's like Backstreet Boys." And then she just she wasn't even watching it. She just came in, made a comment, and left. So after Jiren did that, I Need Your performance, I sent her that, and I said just Backstreet Boys question mark. And she said, "Okay, it's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Wow!" And then I sent her like a few other like dancing BTS videos. Like I sent her Danger, and I sent her one of their first stages where they did like it was cops, like that dancing. I can't remember. And I think it was the Golden Disc Award that they did like that really big intro. So I sent her those, and now she's positive. She thinks that they are really serious people who don't smile a lot and are like. She said, yeah, they're incredible dancers, but they don't have any personality. I'm like, so I'm still trying to figure out which video exactly to send her.
I have no idea.
It's just too much.
Like, uh,
Yeah.
it's pretty annoying actually when people start saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna listen to a boy band and stuff." You haven't even listened to them once,
Yeah.
and that's pretty annoying because I have had some friends. Some of them were being completely racist. So I just blocked them, and the few of them was like one of them started having a fight with me. Like, I don't want to listen to BTS and everything, and yeah, this and that. And I'm like, fine, let's not talk. And after a few weeks, he texts me and like, I'm sorry, I actually listened to the music and it's actually quite nice. Like, I'm getting into them.
That's so annoying.
Like, I'm like, dude, this is exactly what I was telling you.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta, it's okay. Karma does a job the best. So yeah,
And what Yoongi said, if you listen to BTS with an open mind,
without prejudice. Yeah.
yeah,
And it's something that people really don't want to understand. And Esquire magazine came out yesterday, and oh, amazing! Again, amazing. It was brilliant. Let's change the word for once. And what Jungi said about masculinity, that and mental health,
yes,
he just it's it had to be said. He said it, and straightforward, like bang. I it was it was so like, I don't know how to explain this. It was, I just put it out on my story on WhatsApp, and people saw it, and my friends started just posting it again and again because I don't know how to explain it to you.
I tell you what, I think when we talk about masculinity and how toxic masculinity is,
Mm-hmm.
look, not how toxic masculinity is, but about toxic masculinity, we always talk about it from a female perspective, like it's toxic to us. But we don't talk about how toxic it is to them, how emotionally stifling and how problematic it is for the male population. It's problematic for them. Let's put aside us. Obviously, toxic masculinity is really bad for women. It causes a whole lot of trouble. But putting that aside, it's also problematic for them. That's why feminism is important when it actually views everyone as equals, because men should be allowed to cry. They should be allowed to express themselves through clothes they want to wear, and to express emotions, and to share their thoughts. They shouldn't immediately be considered weak if they do that. They shouldn't be called a little girl if they cry. It's demeaning to both genders, both sexes, I guess. It's not, if you call a man a little girl because they cry, you both say little girls cry and it's wrong to be a little girl. It's weak to be a little girl, which it isn't. And it both demeans them and lowers them and calls them weak, and it's just wrong all over. So I think we talk so much from a female perspective. We talk a lot less about the male perspective and how they feel that they have to live up to these standards, which aren't even standards. They're just something someone decided a while ago, and now they hold entire populations to it. And
some sort of norms that are so unnecessary. And yeah, like we don't need to follow that.
Yeah.
It's crap. Honestly, it's crap because I was so I was so awestruck with for Yoongi, and I was just so awestruck because yeah, exactly like you said, from the male perspective, we see it from the female perspective, but from the male perspective, how they feel, how they have to keep up to those standards, those so-called unnecessary, stupid standards.
BTS
And yeah, it's all wrong. It's yeah.
So like it's so stupid. Like men were like high heels were made from men. Skirts were made from men. Star Trek when it started was watched by women. It's just this assuming of gender roles and then forcing it on just everyone without even letting people express themselves, and it's wrong on all in every front. And I'm so grateful that we have people like Kyungi that are brave enough to talk about it, and then not just to present it in a way that's like, for a cover shoot. They actually walk the walk, right? It's not just pretend. That's why BTS lyrics and words and thought actually have meaning. It's because they don't just say stuff because it sounds nice. They don't just say love yourself to preach to people. No, it's their struggles, it's the things they've been through, and their sincerity and genuine feelings always shines through.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you love yourself, I've seen people saying that, it's just two words. Like I love myself. Yeah, I love myself. But saying those words and actually knowing the true meaning and adhering to them and understanding what loving myself actually is, BTS really has incorporated. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. Again, I'm saying amazing. It's stunning. It's beautiful.
Incredible.
It's incredible. And the way they have expressed those emotions in the Love Yourself series, and I think that's why, like, personally for me, I feel so close to Love Yourself series. It's very important to me, first
Yeah.
of all, and the way they have delivered the true meaning of love, first of all, like the whole concept, it's just stunning.
Yeah.
Again, I get so short of words when I'm talking with BTS, and like it's true. Like people ask me, why do you like them so much? I have so many things in my head, but I end up saying they just make me happy.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say? I have so many things to say, but like you can see, I just keep stammering here and there and stumble.
No, they just make you happy. There's
Yeah,
stuff behind it about why and how and everything.
correct.
But at the end of the day, it just make us happy. Yeah. I think we're gonna close it today.
Okay.
It's already.
Okay, joined in just time then.
Yeah, I think how much time has passed? It's been a while, and we have to stream, right? So
I'm still streaming. I'm talking to you, but I'm still streaming. Yeah.
like devices streaming in a different room. I have a Q in one, Spotify in the other. They're all
Oh
working.
yes.
Music.
It's always there, like 24/7.
Yeah, yeah. I
Free
also,
mommies stream.
yes, stream by Life Goes On. Vote, Mama, please, please.
Yes, please vote on Mama.
We have a uphill battle with Dynamite because it doesn't have like it didn't have an album. So please, please, please
Oh yes.
vote every day.
And also for how Dynamite was blocking Life Goes On and charts. That was so funny. Somebody said we created a monster that we can't control ourselves.
Yeah, because I also almost forgot. I have here a school of
Love her.
album that I haven't opened yet.
Oh wow.
Yes, so I'm gonna open it now. I'm doing an unboxing
Hey.
and see what's inside. I don't know which card I have. I don't know anything.
Okay, B is going to be my first physical album that I hopefully I get, because I had to cancel MOTS 7 due to these shipping restrictions, which sucked.
Yeah, it's so big. Oh, no. Okay. This is one side.
Wow.
So this is how it looks. This is this side. Oh, it says Rap Monster.
Hmm. Come on.
So cute.
It really is adorable.
Horrible.
Oh my god, it smells like a new book, you know, that new
Yeah,
book.
yeah. Oh, I do that too. Whenever new stuff comes, I might just sniff it, like, oh, how does it smell?
Oh, so beautiful. Like there's this inside, it's like the book
Mhm.
of it. And then there's wait, they put a string right in the oh my god. I don't think it survived the trip very well.
Oh.
So it has the two CDs here. Yeah, and wait, I'm supposed to get a card, right? Let's see. It's probably here somewhere. So there's all this. Ah, I got Namjoon. I
It's
think
your bias.
I'm getting Namjoon. Yes, my bias. Yeah. Oh, watching the Bang Bang Con and seeing the Red Bullet concert. It was so touching,
Wow.
and it has all these photos. Oh my god, baby Jungkook. Hmm. And I love. Did you see the? Of course, obviously, but the video of when they did the love yourself, speak yourself commentary, and then it cut to the Red Bullet, and they kept joking about Namjoon's ice cream hair.
Oh, God.
And Jimin's the way Jimin would present himself. It's so funny. Yay, I can't believe I have this now. There's some stuff that you just like you weren't able to get because you weren't around back then. And to have them now, so cute. He's so cute.
God, JK.
Baby JK.
Baby JK, little baby Jungkook. Look at this Namjoon picture. He's like, what? Oh my god, they're babies. Were you
Pinky. Oh. That's Jin.
Yeah. Babies, that's what they are.
Literally babies.
For a whole week.
Oh, Viente.
Oh, so cute.
Don't you feel like I remember that scene Jimin did that intro.
Oh my god, Namjoon. Look at him.
Oh.
Who decided that these are the photos that you need to take? Like who decided this? I need to talk to them because they're done stuff. It's like
Very candid, very
all the eyeliner. God, that was adorable.
Oh my god, look at Jiminy.
Yes. Adorable. That's what they are. Even with all the eyeliner and the black clothes.
Adorable.
They're just so cute. Yeah. This. Hopefully soon, B will be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
For I'm not sure about me if I'll get it. I'm just crossing my fingers. No shipment ban again, please God.
Yeah, I'm actually, because I'm shipping mine through the US,
Oh, okay.
helping Billboard because I'm paying double shipment for it. But for US or Puerto Rican Army who don't know, I'm doing an album giveaway. You can read it in my on my Twitter. So if you stream and send me the screenshots and tag me on the screenshots, if you stream Life Goes On and send me the screenshots, you might be able to win an album. So do it. Stream, Army, stream.
Every 5 minutes you'll see the army screaming on the tail, stream, what are you doing? Stream. It's very important. That's very important.
Yes.
Keep streaming, armies.
Life Goes On deserves #1 on Billboard.
It deserves #1 and the freaking Billboard chart. All 3 of them. 4 of them. Yeah. Including Hot 100.
Get it.
Let's get it.
Okay. Well, everyone, this was nice talking to you. And Sakshi, thank you so much for chatting.
No, thank you so much, Amir. I always thought I would come at some point, but this was the perfect timing, geeking out with you. It was so much fun. I wanted to talk to someone. Everybody's asleep though. Amazing. And probably I work on my vocabulary and stop using amazing so much.
You're excited. That's the only word that comes out.
Oh, absolutely. It was so nice talking to you, Amir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Keep streaming.
Stream hard.